polymers. Now, from where has the word polymer been derived? The term poly means many and the term mer means unit. When we combine both these terms, we get very large macromolecules. You know what macro means? Very large molecules. Now, how are these large molecules formed? Let us start by taking an example of this compound. Now, this is what? Ethene, right? Now, this is one molecule of ethene. If I take many number of molecules of ethene, then all of them, they are going to combine together and form a very large molecule, which I will call as the polymer of ethene. Now, how I am going to show you this thing in a chemical equation? CH2 double bond CH2. If I take n number of any very large number of ethene molecules together, then all of them, they are going to polymerize. How? This is CH2, CH2. Now, on the left side of this particular molecule, a large number of ethene molecules will get attached, and on the right side of this molecule also a large number of ethene molecules will get attached. Now, since I cannot make so many molecules on this piece of paper, what I'm going to write is, on the left side I draw this bond. That means there are a number of molecules on the left hand side, and on the right side also I draw this bond. That means a number of molecules have been attached on the right hand side also, and I keep them in bracket and write N over here. Now, this particular thing will be called as the polymer, because large number of molecules have been combined, have been attached all together, and this particular molecule from where we have derived the polymer will be called as the monomer. Fine. Now, how do you name this particular compound? The name of the monomer was ethene, so the name of the polymer will be polyethene. This is how you're going to name polymers. Now, if I have this compound propene, CH3 CH double bond CH2, I take n number of propene molecules. They will polymerize. Now, how you're going to form the polymer of this particular compound? Just remember that you have to form the polymer from this portion. That means from the portion where the double bond is present. So, what do I make here? CH, this CH, then CH2. I draw a bond on the left, I draw a bond on the right, and then I make it n number of times. Now, what is left? This substituent was present on this particular carbon. On this particular carbon, this substituent was present. This is my polymer of propene. So, propene was my monomer. So, polymer will be called as polypropene. Fine. You have some common names for polymers also. For example, polyethene is also called as polyethylene. Polypropene is also called as polypropylene. Similarly, if I have this compound CH3 CH2 CH double bond CH2. This is butene, which is my monomer. How will it polymerize? Okay, now I have to form the polymer from this portion of my compound. So I write this portion like CH, CH2. I draw a bond on this side, I draw a bond on this side, and then I make it n number of times. Now this particular substituent was present on this carbon atom. So on this carbon atom I have CH2, CH3. So this compound will be called as polybutene. Now you can see in all these three reactions, on the left hand side I had a double bond between these two carbon atoms, but on the right hand side I have removed that. Why? In order to satisfy the valency of carbon atoms. Why? Because over here this carbon atom did not have any bond on the left. Now I have a bond on the left also, right? So one double bond will be removed in order to satisfy the valency of all the carbons in all these compounds.